You guys didn't think I forgot to get Passy Hall, did you? Now, to be honest, that was the plan. He is still looking like a great player, but I am going to hold off on doing it for now. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I should. 81 overall, 20 years old. Could put him on the left wing in Vitaly Abramov's spot. But in a way, he's on Vancouver, and it's kind of perfect. And obviously, I knew, you guys had the reaction of, oh my God, go get him. But then, of course, I knew what episode was coming next and what this team would end up looking like with Alvin Dahlman. So let me know. Do we go and get Passy Hall to replace Vitaly Abramov? Keep in mind, Abramov, despite not being a great shot blocker, is currently on our penalty kill. As you get a look at the special teams, the power play units that we are running with Dahlman and Kaigorodov on the second unit. But the penalty kill, it's Lutzer, Kaigorodov, Stenlund, and Abramov. So let me know for sure down below what we should do about Passy Hall. I mean, we can afford to get him with our draft picks, that's for sure. But yeah, let's get into the sim, guys. We are beginning our journey to hopefully, and I say hopefully because you never know, but I want to repeat. That is obviously the goal. And fuck it for the hell of it. And we didn't win our home opener. We really could have used that home opening win with the lack of funds we have right now. Like I said, as far as all that goes, it is getting annoying, and Jerry Girardi is immediately hurt. It is getting annoying to just see those pop-ups of, hey, you have a problem right now as far as, something needs to be repaired. There's literally nothing I can do about it. I just want to get everything to 5 stars, and then we'll worry about repairing stuff. McQuaid is the right-handed defenseman, so he will sub in for Jerry Girardi. And like I said, let's do the first month live here, and we'll see how we do in the opening month. The answer to that isn't, oh my God, Jesus Christ, I was going to say, we've lost 2 of our first 3 games, and then Patrick Laine goes down to injury. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to sim a little bit ahead, probably to mid-November, because if this is a sign, it's not a very good one, and I'm going to spend a lot of time in the menus on this episode. So right now seems like a good time to stop for us. We have a 9-4-2 record, just behind Carolina and the Islanders for the lead in this division. Now, a couple of quick things here. Obviously, we're only 15 games into the season, but okay. First of all, I didn't notice we won a preseason game 11-3. Secondly, we went on an absolute tear, beating Vancouver, Ottawa, shutting out Philly, beating Florida, Minnesota, and basically, that's what this team is capable of. We are capable of going on absolute tears whenever we decide to. Now, Ty Edmonds was in against Nashville here, so fortunate we didn't get the win there. And then Korpisalo lost these last 2 games, but perhaps the biggest bit of news is that Gabriel Velarde is out until February with a broken leg, which sucks because he was actually doing rather well to start this season. It still says pending evaluation. I was told February 2nd, which is unfortunate, but these are the lines we are going to be rolling with. Thank God we picked up Zach Hyman. He's a good person to have. Isaac Lutzer, a little bit disappointing. Only 4 points compared to the 8 of Puljujärvi, and Nikolai Ehlers is doing well. Ehlers, though, does have that power play time playing alongside Erik Karlsson. But yeah, so, I mean, it's good because we're winning, but losing Velarde to injury like that is not good, to say the least. There was one other thing, too. I was looking at this before I started the episode. The team rankings, as far as what we have done in this series, we will go all-time. Total revenue, we are at 10th. Our national popularity is currently 5th, and team prestige is 22nd. 10th all-time in total revenue throughout this sim. Montreal is way the hell up there, but that's not too bad. Game day ticket revenue, we're 4th. Concession revenue, we're 8th. Merchandise revenue, we're a bit further back in 14th. Parking, though, we kill In terms of money made from parking, season tickets, we are also a little bit lower. But yeah, I don't know why. I was just looking at that and I figured, fuck it, we'll show it up. Just to be like, hey, see, look, things are going okay. We just lost Gabe Vilardi, but things are going all right. So Ty Edmonds, though, will be in for this next game against the Arizona Coyotes. We beat them 7-1. Korpisalo was in for that game, and we lose 3-2. So an overtime loss and a shootout loss in Ty Edmonds' last 2 games. He will get another chance, probably against Boston on yet another Sunday game. But we're going to continue to sim. We will go until December 15th. We're going to the All-Star break in this game, which again is at the very end of January. So we have a bit of a ways to go, and we will see if Zach Hyman can step up after the injury to Vilardi. Let's see what this team can do. 18-8-5. The Nords are in a dogfight, you see, because Wolves, you see, for that top spot in the Metro. 41 points through 31 games is pretty damn good, but as you can see, Carolina is right there. Washington not too far off. It's been tough, but it is promising to see us in first, despite having some depth issues. Again, Zach Hyman missed some time. Once we brought him back, he was actually re-injured, which was just lovely. And I accidentally went to October. But again, with this team, big winning streak. We lost 5 games in a row. And then we managed to win 6 games in a row. We lost to Philly twice somehow, despite them having a losing record. And then against St. Louis, the Blues are still pretty goddamn good. They managed to injure Erik Karlsson. Thankfully, he is back already. But we dropped both games to them. So, up and down season, or up and down moments in this season. Overall, we are still performing at a very high level. And of course, we are in first place. It will be nice to get Gabriel Vilardi back. We're still a bit of a ways off from there. But yeah, he had 5 goals on 21 shots, was shooting 24% when he was injured. Joonas Korpisalo is still Joonas Korpisalo, more than worth the money. And Ty Edmonds, through 5 games, has 3 wins and a .937 save percentage. He has been great. What a pickup that was for us. Matthew Tkachuk is still Matthew Tkachuk. Duchesne, I mean, that top line's amazing. Second line, Eller, 17 points, not too bad. Isaac Lutzer, again. I don't get why he's struggling with points when he has 95 passing. Puljujarvi with 19 points. Alvin Dahlman, not too bad. Stenlund, not too bad. Kaigorodov, not too bad. Abramov's doing okay. Hyman doesn't have a point. And then you have Victor Tarasov. I'm almost tempted to put Lutzer down on the third line, if necessary. I mean, he definitely has the... And I know you could argue it's because I made him a two-way, but it's not like he was racking up points when we had him as a playmaker for most of last season. Best lines by default actually puts him on the top line over Matt Duchesne. So I'm not quite sure what to do there. We could put him back as a playmaker, but last year that didn't work. But for the moment, we're in first place, and we are going to keep this sim going. Let's go another month into mid-January and see where we stand. We will go right after this Buffalo game, January 16th, and then we'll maybe sim these last 5 games live and then see where the team stands, and that will do it for the episode. Can we still be in first place a month from now, though, is the question. 27, 15, and 7. I actually went ahead and simmed all the way to the All-Star break, so we are 49 games into the season. And we are currently in second place in our division. I'm not sure what has gotten into the Washington Capitals this year, but they are performing at a very high level. 31 wins on the season for them. Now, December was kind to us for the most part. As you see, we went on another decent bit of winning, what was that, 5 out of 6 games after the Chicago game. January, wins, losses here or there. Lost 4 straight, and lost our last game in New Jersey. So some up and down results. Obviously, we're still in a pretty decent spot. Gabriel Vilardi returned from injury. And then Seth Jones went down to injury. He won't be out for too long, but it is very, very concerning that both Jones and Carlson have been injured at some point this season. Now, as far as the defense goes, Jones and Carlson have been playing pretty damn well together. Carlson with 35 points. And we'll actually go over to Seth Jones here, who has 6 goals and 18 assists. So both of them performing to a pretty high level. Second line with Chychrun. I bounce between Chychrun and Chychrun. Second line with Chychrun, 10 points. He is a +4. Of course, he plays with David Savard, who has 16 points. He is a +5. And third pairing, Ralph Jarrett, 17 points. He is a +6 with Jerry Girardi, who is yet to bounce back to an 83, but he has 8 points and is a +11. So I'm very happy with the defense. Xavier Ouellet, of course, has had some playing time this season. But so far, so good. Defensively, offensively, Matthew Tkachuk is great. Matt Duchene is great. Line is great. Nikolai Ehlers doing okay. Isaac Lutzer doing okay. Puljujarvi doing pretty well. I'd still like to see more from Ehlers and Lutzer. Alvin Dahlman, not too bad. Not too bad at all. I didn't expect Timashov to do much better than that anyway. Gabriel Velarde has 2 points, 2 assists since he has come back. 18 for Kai Gorodov. Again, he is on the third line, so I guess I can't expect too much. Abramov with 13 points. We can actually check to see what Passy Hall has done. Stenlin's having a good year. And Tarasov, I mean, he's a true sniper. 10 goals and 2 helpers this season. Quickly, we'll look at goaltending as well. Jonas Korpisalo, a .922 save percentage. Good enough for me. And a .934 for Ty Edmonds. The big problem I have right now with this team is the AHL, as we just have some players, like their stats are going up. You know, they have the green arrows. Their stats are going up. Cole Lynn's having his best season yet. But there are just some guys who the overall number isn't going up. They're also dealing with some injuries. But there have just been some players that have just performed terribly to the point where I'm very much considering just getting rid of players that are, medium top 9 or lower that aren't performing well. So Wes McDonald, we might get rid of him. We might get rid of Kallio, who we just signed. He's been terrible. JC Donovan has been shit. Persaud, Brock Keeler, we might hold on to. Jeff Bomick hasn't done too much. And instead maybe go back to the old school, signing veteran players just to make this an actual competitive team. And it's the same story on defense. Stefan, Fleury, Yokiharu, Hedberg, no progression. They have green arrows, but the overalls just haven't gone up. So I'm going to leave that question to you guys. What do I do with the AHL? Do I just try to make them a better team, or do I stay by these prospects? Like Cale Fleury, I think we just trade him at this point. He's still a 77. He's 23 now. I just think it's time to cash out on some of these prospects who just simply aren't going to make it. Kozanov hasn't been great. He's also 24, so maybe we cash out on Kozanov, give it to Helmerson, and look for a goalie in the future for the AHL. I mean, obviously goaltending at the NHL level isn't a problem. But, yeah, let me know, because, next episode is trade deadline. And I obviously want to have this team in a pretty good spot. And actually, we'll take a look at the NHL level again. What do we do? Do we get someone to replace Abramov? Although I don't feel like he's been terrible. Defensively, we're good. You could argue maybe a bit more depth. And then the AHL, it's just a matter of whether or not I want to blow it up. So let me know. Do we maybe look to get somebody? And do I blow up the AHL and get rid of prospects that I just have the gut feeling about won't end up being decent players? Now, quickly, let's look at Passy Hall, who is still an 81. Is he playing in Vancouver this year? I don't think he is. Yeah, he has not played a game. Maybe he's in junior? No, he's 20. He wouldn't be in junior. So he's still there, but I don't know what exactly we could do with him. And quickly, like I said, let's take a look at the NHL stats. Just very quickly, Patrick Laine leads our team in points with 43 in the NHL. John Tavares, 57. Tyler Seguin, 53. No really surprising names. Kevin Shattenkirk, maybe, but again, St. Louis is a great team with Tarasenko and Jaden Schwartz up in the top 5. Jason Zucker being up there. Oh my God. Well, I stand corrected. I said I didn't think Timashov would do much better. He's doing much better. He is having a spectacular season with the San Jose Sharks. Again, we had to let go of him pretty much, but obviously disappointing to see him doing as well as he is. Tyler Toffoli has 43 points, as much as our leading scorer. So some interesting guys. Bjorkstrand's 42 points. I mean, at the very least, we've won a cup and we're still in second place, so you can forgive me for some of these moves. But anyways, guys, I don't want this to go on too much longer. You get the general idea of what we would have to do to keep this team competitive moving forward and to keep us in playoff contention. That'll do it for this one. As always, support the channel by any way you deem necessary, and I will see you guys in the next one as we go through the trade deadline and probably to the end of the season. It's looking good so far, but as you can see with this division, we are not very far away from being out of a playoff spot. So anything can happen, and we'll see what happens next time out. So again, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.